Let's get into it. Joe Rogan rejects Kamala Harris's list of demands to appear on his show. Y'all know how this rodeo go. Double tap the screen on the way in the dough. Okay? All right. We're on that Trump train. Type 1's in the chat. I got a hell of a show for y'all today. Right? Tulsi Gabbard and RFK, they unite. Now, y'all might go to a channel and won't see the video, but I have the unlisted link of that video. I'm going to give it to y'all today. No freaky, no Diddy. And I do got some news on Diddy because now you got this dude popping out, giving a tell all. I'm talking about this dude is like, y'all, that other cat that wrote that book on, what was her name? Kim Porter. Ain't got nothing on what dude is talking about today. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about that. And also, are we looking at World War III, man? All right. We got a lot to go. We going down the rabbit hole. I got some scamming videos. Yeah, it's that type of party today. Double tap screen, get the likes up. Let's get right into it, man. Let's see why Joe Rogan rejected her list.
In order to appear on his show. Following is the list of Kamala host Joe Rogan has exposed a list of Kamala Harris's demands in order to appear on his.
Meanwhile, Trump, let's not forget, Trump is going anywhere they request him. Anywhere they ask him, yo, listen, Roski from Dirty Section, Hassan Campbell, yo, Trump, I might ask Trump to come give me an interview because I know he'll give it to me. This chick right here, she gonna duck that smoke.
Show. Following the hugely successful podcast interview between Joe Rogan and Republican presidential nominee
viral
Donald Trump, which was viewed 38 million times.
Viral. You know what I'm saying? Now, I heard, matter of fact, I did hear 50 Cent said that they offered him $3 million. Can y'all get in the chat today and tell me why 50 Cent didn't take the $3 million? Me and Lansky was talking about it a little while ago.
Counting, there have been calls for Kamala Harris to sit.
It almost sounds like she's about to say that there's been calls for Kamala Harris to sit her ass down. Let me refresh this, right? So I can give y'all a clean experience, unlike the shit that we seeing on this intranet. All right. Oh, and Kamala's desperate plea for black men to support her has backfired. I told you when she went on Club Shay Shay, that whole shit was going to backfire. Come on. At this point, man, people were like, even the old black people, because the problem we had in the beginning was the old ones converting their thinking. You know, the first thing that you heard the old black OG say is, man, I ain't voting for that dude. He's racist. He's racist as shit, as if they work for this nigga. You know what I mean? Or you ever been in the presence of him? They was that convinced. So working, getting the OGs on deck, it's a wrap. The only way they could get this is if they steal it. Trust me when I tell you. Share this video today, y'all.
With Joe Rogan in the same long-form interview style. Nothing has been locked in, but Joe Rogan released a statement on X outlining communication between him and the Harris.
I think that she wants to do it. I think that her advisors is like, hell no. You will not create another disaster for us to clean up with millions of dollars. Why we got to get 50 Cent $3 million? It's crazy. It's crazy.
Harris camp with a list of their requests.
Well, I thought 2.5 for Beyonce was crazy, and Beyonce didn't even twerk her ass. I was disappointed
for the interview,
and so was Kamala's supporters, because by God, the motherfuckers got up and left up out of her. I'm talking about they walked out when they found out Beyonce wasn't going to twerk that ass.
He said, also, for the record, the Harris campaign has not passed on doing the podcast. They offered a date for Tuesday, but I would have had to travel to her, and they only wanted to do an hour. I strongly feel the best way to do it is in the studio in Austin. My sincere wish is to just have a nice conversation and get to know her as a human being.
Well, she's scared because at his interview with Donald Trump, he asked Donald Trump to show him the fucking, the scar. He might fuck around and tell her, yo, listen, man, call your fake ass black mother.
I really hope we can make it happen. This statement attracted a huge response from online commentators, with Charlie Kirk saying, America deserves 3 hours with Kamala and Joe Rogan unscripted. Hope it happens and she stops trying to dictate the terms. You have a format, it works. She should stop trying to change it, just like America.
She ain't black and she's weak. Yo, Truth, my opinion, salute. Kenny, salute. Rusty, we about to start this show up, right? Enzo, salute. Who else up in here? Former TSTV. Pull no punches. Y'all on that Trump train, type 1. The show's gonna get nasty today. Fortunately for y'all.
And this commentator,
I will entertain you bastards today. And I'm on bullshit.
Doubled down, saying, in studio is the only way.
Scared to death.
Let the whole world see the real Kamala Harris. What are they scared of? The request to change the normal Joe Rogan.
They scared that Joe Rogan is gonna say some raw shit. They scared of that. He just did it with Trump, and Trump ain't give a fuck. He was like, let me see that cut. He's like, yo, it just went over here. He said, yeah, that's a real tiny cut. They moved on to the next question, man. You got to put the medicine in the candy sometimes, man.
Rogan Experience podcast interview terms comes after Donald Trump slammed his opponent, saying she wouldn't be able to make it through a 3-hour-long conversation.
One of the things I like about doing a show like this, can you imagine Kamala doing this show?
No.
I could imagine her doing this show.
She'd be laying on the floor.
She was supposed to do it, and she might still do it, and I hope she does.
She's not going to.
I will talk to her like a human being. I would try to have a conversation with her. If she did this kind of an interview
with you, I hope she does, because it would be a mess. She'd be laying on
fucking mess.
The floor comatose. You'd be saying, calling
comatose. Nah, Trump, you tripping. She ain't gonna be comatose. Kamala be coked up out of her mind. Y'all know I got that video on cue, man.
The medics.
I think we'd have a fine conversation. I think I'd be able to talk to her. I wouldn't try to interview her. I just try to have a conversation with her and hopefully get to know her.
And Joe Rogan is the realest one out here, man. That's the last thing that broad want to do is sit in front of this guy.
As a human being. That was my goal, having her on. Trying to get her to express herself just as a...
Kamala, I'm completely against you, bitch. Do not be stupid and go on this. Listen to your advice.
I don't know if I don't think these formats are good. I don't think that two people... First of all, I hate the idea of the presidential debates because I hate the idea of a time limitation on complex ideas. Also, yeah.
Thank you. And any interviewer would. Who the fuck wants to be sitting down with somebody that's about to be president of the United States for 1 hour and then have the word salad, deflection bullshit for about 40 minutes of that? Man, I need 3 hours to sit down with this broad.
You have to break.
I think you have to have the debates, though.
And whilst Kamala Harris's camp tries to negotiate terms with Rogan, Vice presidential candidate J.D. Vance has seized on the publicity opportunity and will appear.
Real one. If you got here through the vertical or the shorts, excuse me, because most of y'all got here through the shorts, double tap the screen, that gets the likes up. Or go to the top right, hit the 3 dots, share the video, and subscribe. If your comment is smart, I'm going to read it out, highlight it. If you're on that Trump train, spam this fucking chat with ones. We on the Trump train over here. We don't mind you other guys, but if you're on that Trump train, spam the chat with ones and let the other side know where the fuck they at.
Here on the #1 podcast. Outspoken entrepreneur Andrew Yang reacted to the news, saying, now that J.D. Vance is going on Joe Rogan, it's all the more important that Kamala Harris also does so.
And J.D. Vance will perform his ass off. I'll tell you something, man. J.D. Vance, woo!
Kamala Harris's demands come after she has suffered through weeks of gaffe-ridden appearances, reveals Sky News host Kel Richards.
The perfect homie.
This is why she's such an appalling candidate. She's the worst candidate since Hillary Clinton, and we know what happened to her. So she's just she cannot very quickly off the top of her head think of a clever way or an appropriate way or a tactically good way to react. So she did this really stupid thing of go to the rally down the street. You don't belong in my rally if you want to say Jesus. I mean, that's as you say.
Kamala fucking up. Listen, let me explain you something. She fucked up so many times. I have a video up here of Kamala trying to explain why she's changed her whole policy campaign. The campaign, basically the tenets of her policy, of her campaign were policy related, right? Now it's funny how a whole fucking policy converted itself to match what Trump was doing. So now she has to answer for that. She goes on Anderson Cooper. We're going to see what the fuck this broad has to say about that. Because I think that anything that she could say after that is fake as fuck. And what's so crazy is that the people on the left, right, can see these obvious flaws. Just like we seen Joe Biden become feeble right in front of our eyes. Joe Biden broke down like a motherfucking a Rubik's Cube right in front of our fucking face. Now he's out here talking about the people that support Trump is trash. So basically, you're talking about half of America is trash. Now, they saying that he might have got canceled. We're going to get to that in a second, though. This video is almost up. We got about 40 more seconds of this. Salute to everybody here. If you're on that Trump train, keep them ones lit in the chat.
Today, America is a far more religious country than Australia.
It is.
The vast majority of them are Baptists. They don't want to hear a candidate saying that. She's done herself a lot of damage. And then the idea that you can repair it by going to church tells you that Kamala may be Christian on a Tuesday, but not on a Wednesday. Or maybe she's Christian at 3 o'clock, but not at 4 o'clock. And
that feeble shit, imagine, let me tell you something, right? Tulsi Gabbard speaks about that, right? About an emotional train kid with the nuclear codes. Now, Tulsi, listen, now I'm going to give you something. I'm going to give you some jewelry right quick, right? This link is not available because it's unlisted, but Tulsi Gabbard herself gave me this link for y'all to watch this video on your own later on, because I'm not going to play this whole video. But if y'all into Tulsi and y'all want to see something that's not out there, that's the link right there. Now, if you look at this video that I'm about to show you here, you'll see that the link says unlisted. But like I said, she loves me, so she gave it to me. All right? See that? Boom! And y'all can go enjoy it on your own time later on. But check this out, what she says about this broad Kamala. All right? And Kamala's just not, let's keep it 1,000 out, right? She's not prepared to speak to anybody on no real terms for even an hour. So saying that she can't speak for an hour was being nice. Now Tulsi, when she was a Democrat, she gave us the shit. She gave us a fucking problem. We kind of like, woo, when she came on to our side. And trust me, she's a better candidate than Kamala.
And thank you. Thank you to all the veterans who are here joining us.
She about to smoke Kamala. Watch this. After this shit is over, Kamala Harris is going to go sit her funky ass and Judge Joe Brown, not Judge Joe Brown, and Willie Brown's bathtub with some Epsom salt. Because I'm telling you, she's taking a beat now.
Thank you. Thank you. USA, 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 USA.
Yes, one in the building, Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Go ahead and subscribe to my motherfucking brother. We're going to talk about him in a little while.
USA, USA.
Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Oh, man. Go over there, man. I'm telling you, you ain't even got to look at the screen, man. And that's when you know a show is good, when you could just listen to it and get the jewels.
USA.
But let's double tap the screen and get the likes up, or go to the top right, hit the 3 dots, right? To watch Tulsi Gabbard smoke on Kamala Harris like she's runt pack.
But I'm sure you all felt the same way that I did. When I saw her utter those words and I was backstage at that debate, watching it on the screen, but it pissed me off.
Okay.
Because I have friends who are deployed
Tulsi's a fine ass bitch, and she deliver it like it's church.
and in harm's way today. And how dare she ask us to trust her to be our commander-in-chief when she has no clue that there are people who...
This is the link to this Tulsi video because I'm not going to show it all to y'all. But if you want it, she gave it to me personally. She emailed it to me and she said, Mac, do God's work. So there is.
Who are laying their lives down for...
That's the link to this video. All right.
Our country because of her and Joe Biden as she stood there and uttered those words.
Well, Tudor, you said she doesn't sound genuine, but she smoked a lot of those motherfucking other candidates that was up against her. At least she got picked. Kamala never got picked. Kamala got kicked off that shit as soon as they seen her face. Like, get this bitch up out of here. You want to know why? Because to y'all, listen, this is how Kamala appears to me. We're going to get back to this real quick, right? To y'all, on the left, y'all looking at strong individual, right? Kamala Harris, strong black woman. Heavy on the black too, and the hot sauce, right? That's how she appears to y'all. But to us, this is how she appears. Let me show you something. Y'all know I love showing this clip, man. I mean, I have no sense. Plus, these people that come to watch my channel enable this type of behavior. Says here, Kamala Harris on cocaine? Question mark. I love playing this shit. I swear to God, man. Especially when they come to this chat acting crazy. Like
this is why you shouldn't do your window replacement in stores.
I know Trump behind me talking about, oh, who are you voting for?
No idea my wife was doing this behind my back. After coming back from...
I'm voting for your mother. That's what I'm voting for. I hope she...
Need more people.
This is what we talking about. Do we trust this with the nuclear? See, look, earlier on Instagram, you know what these cocksuckers try to tell me? These cocksuckers try to tell me that nice edit, Mac, mean we see what you did. You put that video together to make Kamala Harris appear like something that she's not. So what you essentially saying is that I will move the goalpost to do some shit like this. Nah, man, this is how she appears. So why would we want a bitch like this having the nuclear codes? And whether it's made up or not, you know what I'm saying? The clips, excuse me, not made up or not, the edits was made up. What's coming out her mouth is not.
Every like nook and cranny of City Hall.
Yes.
Important is that we also appreciate the nuance. You know, there's a lot to do. There's a lot more to do.
She do it to her fucking self. Nobody got to edit nothing like this. We got to concoct this. We got to fucking push no fake paperwork on her. She's doing it to herself. Look.
Who's over the age of 18 as though they're an adult. You know, because it was doubling it, right?
Goofy ass. We bomb your country. We bomb your country. Well, I tell you what. We bomb your country. We kill everything. We need joy in this country. They not bringing us joy, bitch. Send them back.
Right, where poor people sit in jail and people who have money get out, that there is no difference between any of the kids, our kids, and those kids who are otherwise in the system.
Really, and she's high as hell. Look at this snort.
So, for example,
oh fucking God. She does this to her own self.
Not sell you a bag of you know what. But it was difficult to do. It was, in large part, I've got big signs, dreamers welcome here. I've got the rainbow.
She's done, Brim. She's done. Wrap her up. Stick a fork in her.
Flag. And they were like, why are you putting the rainbow? I had to get permission.
I can't wait till Trump make a commercial about this.
But I got it. Whatever. And I was like, yo, Rand. So.
I swear to God, she give me the vibes like you can just walk behind her and just squeeze her ass and she will say nothing. I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't got this hat on for nothing. Come here, come on. Woo. Chill, Willie. Bitch.
You know, hey, Rand, how you people doing? You know?
And if I could say that with a straight face, then she too fucking weak for the job, man. This is disgusting, man. This is why Tulsi is dogging her out
I've
right
taught him how to chop the onions. Oh, honey, baby, what happened? I'll take care of you. They are in California now, but New Jersey is very much in them.
You make this shit up.
And then, you know, and they're originally from Brooklyn. Okay, so the first time I meet.
She always got to be down with something. You ever met that motherfucker that got to be down with something? You know what I mean? Like, I go through that shit all the time and out of town. Every time I go out of town, a motherfucker tell me, yeah, man, I'm from New York, man. How the fuck you from New York and you sound like that? Yeah, man, I'm from New York, man. Where at New York? And in between the Bronx and Queens. Right there next to the Apollo. Suck my dick. Shut the fuck up. That's what she's doing. You know what I mean? She never seen a hand she didn't like. You ever heard of that terminology? You feel me? About a gambler? Nah, this is the one. This is the one. She never seen a dance that she didn't like. She got to dance at every party. She got to be down with everything. That's what turned black people off, because even the dumbest of dumb motherfuckers is going to be like, wait. Something ain't right. Forever, they've been telling me they're going to do this, they're going to do that. They ain't do shit. And the white man that they told me that was racist actually got something done. And then, yo, you know what I said? We go back to my old videos. When Biden stole the shit, I said, watch what they do to y'all country in the next 4 years. I promise. Don't make me go back to my old videos and show you motherfuckers. Watch what they do to our country in 4 years, and watch how well they pimp us into thinking that they against us, man. Yo, listen, let me tell you something. There's some of you cocksuckers that'll come here and be like, well, they, you know, why vote for any one of them? They all against us. Why even come to this channel? Motherfucker, you seen the title from the beginning. Yet you still decide to come in the chat and make your opinion known. Reminds me of a lot of people on the left, right? They come with their fucking emotions. They don't come with no facts or anything. You know what I mean? And then they make you try to belittle you and make you feel stupid somehow. How could you make me feel stupid when you are appearing stupid to me? You can't make me feel stupid after you appear stupid. Stupid. Do you get that? You gotta walk these motherfuckers. This is what I'm trying to tell you. For the people that come in here and say, well, she's a black woman. You know what I mean? You should be ashamed. I had people say I should be ashamed. Because she should be ashamed of appearing like this and then applying for a job like president of the United States. Shut the fuck up.
My mother-in-law.
Even Amazon tests your piss.
She looks at me. She puts my face in her hand. Says Barb and Mike, my father-in-law's Mike. She puts my face in her hand.
I know a cokehead when I see one. You know what I'm saying? I sold coke, heroin, all that shit. We ate it. You know what I mean? Her drug of choice has to be coke.
She looks at me and she says, oh, look at you.
Allegedly. She ain't even black. Well, what does the color matter? Exactly. Why did y'all use that from the beginning? How about that? What does the color matter? You know what I'm saying? She is black. Okay. Whether she's black or what the fuck I got to do with politics? Because my boss is racist. Hey, baby. Hey, kids. We're not eating this week because what? You know what I mean? I had to get up out of that job. Well, baby, what happened? He tried to diddy you? What do you mean try to diddy me? Like daddy? Like diddy? Yo, listen. He tried to diddy you? What do you mean? No, that motherfucker's racist. Well, what the fuck that got to do with you? With your nosy ass? Give a fuck if he racist. Your mother's racist. Your mother's calling everybody crackers. Your grandmother's racist. Everybody racist. You know what I'm saying? The fuck? I'm not going to work tomorrow because my boss is racist, man. The fuck out of here. Racism exists in your own mind, man. Y'all motherfuckers is wasting time, lollygagging and bullshitting and using things for excuse instead of coming up and waking the fuck up and getting past your emotions.
Yeah, my mom's is gorgeous. Let me introduce you to my mom, called Mom Dukes.
That's another show. I don't want to see Diddy tongue kissing his mother right now. You know what I'm saying?
Seems like yesterday I had lots of dough. I got Biggie shot and nobody know. Shoot the club up, pass the gun to J-Lo.
A color That the color shit never mattered. It was something that they pushed to get black people emotionally invested, my dude, and to stop thinking. That's just the facts.
You're prettier than you're on television. Mike, look at her. No.
Longest laugh I've ever heard in my motherfucking entire life, man. Look. Let's
No.
Cocaine.
Oh, where do you go?
Come on, man.
So I think of
Man, my dick can get soft, man. I'm like, what the fuck? That stop for long. I'm sorry.
often your question.
The longest laugh in history.
Oh, where do you go?
Oh, God.
So I
That shit sound like an accordion.
think of often your question and that issue. I think of it as a Venn diagram. So, you know, those three circles. The process of preparation is extensive. And it was about finally making it making lynching a federal crime. You know, I was slow to sign on to it because I really.
All right, well, listen. I want y'all to check out the Quartering channel real quick, right? He's talking about, let's go back into this Joe Rogan thing, man. The point of me playing that video is that she doesn't appear like the person that's ready to take the wheel and run a fucking country like America. You know what I mean? Like, she's ducking Joe Rogan. Why you ducking Joe? See, y'all gotta understand, there's some people that got nothing to lose. Joe Rogan's at a spot, right, in his career where he's about to either go to the next level or
watching the Kamala collapse.
He's either going to go to the next level or they're going to unalive his ass, and he's prepared for it. And he ain't got no hair on his tongue, so that's why she don't want. You know, if you look at the Trump interview, like, he was asking him some shit that other people just ain't gonna ask, and she know that's next. She can't take that pressure, man. You seen how Brett Baird tore her up, bro. I'm gonna bring that video back real quick.
Has been amazing. Turning down Joe Rogan and then trying to spin it like a boss lady move. Like, you're just too.
I love this dude. I love the way he talk. And trying to spin it like you some boss bitch. Nah, man. This tape. Listen, man. I don't got no time in my schedule for that. I'd rather say that. If you got here from the shorts feed, double tap the screen. That gets the like. So we'll go to the top right, hit the 3 dots, and subscribe to the channel. This shit is free as fuck. All right. All right. Now let's get back to business. Watch how my man talk her down.
Trying to spin it like a boss lady move. Like, you're just too big for Joe Rogan. Has backfired so spectacularly that I just absolutely love to see it. And the best part is while the mainstream media is covering for Kamala Harris, saying that, oh, she doesn't need Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan needs her. And yes, that's an article we're going to discuss.
That's another spin move. It's another excuse. It backfired. The move backfired. It's very simple. It's just like this, right? When you jump out here and you're running for a job like President of the United States, you got to be careful what you say. And you also got to be careful what you don't say, because if you think about it, right, the hurricane situation, the fact that Biden and her didn't address it at all, and they left those people to fend for themselves down there, that's what I mean by things that you don't say can affect you too, right? Now, why it was in real time, soon as it dropped, I told y'all this is going to backfire. It's not going to look good for her. She's going to try to act extra cool with this tight, I don't know what the fuck this dude is, a football player, Shannon Sharpe. You know what I'm saying? Salute to my boy Shannon Sharpe, but my boy, you gotta wear looser clothes, man. This shit's, what's this, hug your nut slacks.
When we have guests come on, Madam VP, we like to toast. And what I read on this card, you don't deserve this, you earned this. being the first in so many areas. And
now he's trying to cancel out the fact that we call her DEI. Didn't earn it. He's saying that she earned it.
you make us proud. I just want you to know you make us proud for what you've been able to accomplish. And we're 12 days away.
Now, who's he talking about? Us, the rainbow, or black men? Because I don't know what the fuck who is us.
And we hope you have an even greater accomplishment. So here is to continue success in everything you've done and everything.
Man, man. This the way he talk, man. It's just weird, man. I don't know. Where's he from? Because he gotta been playing rugby or football or something. This nigga got muscles coming out his fucking ankles. You know what I'm saying? And he's talking about us. I hate when they start talking about us, because somehow I'll be feeling like I'm included in that shit. Us. We are proud of you. Motherfucker, some of these people ain't proud of their own mama. You know what I mean? Some of these people, this shows you a lack of knowing black people. The black people I know, they ain't got no fathers. You know what I'm saying? Half of these motherfuckers hate their mother. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. That's the people I know. So when you talk about us, who are you talking about? Black people or the rainbows?
Thing that you will do.
Or sports figures? You gotta be more clear with me, man.
Oh, bless you. And
salute, man. Damn, I wonder if that GS9 is up in there, or that GKB, whatever fuck that shit is.
thank you. And to you, Shannon, to you for all the
guarantee you they drinking baby oil.
success and the voice you give to so many issues. Thank you for that.
Yeah. What my man Tatum got to say about this shit? I need y'all to get the fucking likes up. Get your vote on right now. Double tap the screen and go to the top right and hit the 3 dots for this red hat that I got on. Cash App, MacMean, $ MacMeanPimp. Put it in my pocket. You know what I'm saying? In a real way. All right. Now, this man has fucking muscles on his kneecaps and his glasses. Now, how the fuck did he get those muscles on top of his glasses? Beyond me. But you would think a motherfucker with muscles on his glasses will have a strong fucking brain, or at least a big brain, or uses a big portion of that motherfucker. It doesn't seem like he's using a big portion. Shannon Sharpe might have got his ass canceled. As much as this interview worked against Kamala Harris, it also might have worked against Shannon Sharpe as well. You got to remember, a lot of black people's on that Trump train. If you are on black men, I'm talking about the strong kind, not the niggas that want to put on skirts and all that. You know what I'm saying? Salute to you niggas that want to do that. Back in the days, the only ones I knew that put on skirts was the Irish. You know what I'm saying? During St. Patty's Day. But now, these motherfuckers got panties with the dick holes. You know what I mean? So I'm not speaking about y'all. I'm talking about the men, right? A lot of men that stand on 2 feet, right? Don't like this, Shannon. Trust me. It shows in your views.
Did y'all seeing what I'm saying? They just toast with no liquor in it. That's not a toast. Toast.
Thank you. There's nothing in that cup but some baby oil, some Diddy baby oil.
Etiquette, you never toast liquor and non-liquor. You toast liquor. I mean, I'm not trying to make a big deal out of it, but that's just to me that speaks to
I'll get in the comments in a second, right? But I do want to remind y'all on YouTube, I need y'all to get the likes up, right? I do this for the shits and giggles and likes, you know what I mean? Now, later on, we're going to be talking about.
Seems like yesterday I had lots of dough. I got Biggie shot and nobody know. Shoot the club up, pass the gun to J-Lo.
Disrespectful.
Diddy party. Like a Diddy party. Everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party.
I don't know what the fuck he was doing kissing on Meek Mill for, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, at some point, we're going to have to deal with the fact that Meek Mill was in the cage. I got to show y'all this at least 3 times during my show. Just to remind y'all that we need to send prayers up for one, Meek Mill. Gangster rapper, speaks about drugs, cocaine, kidnapping motherfuckers, robberies, and everything. You know what I'm saying? This nigga even speaks about murders. Word. Now, trust me, I did my homework before I made those statements. So I won't be putting allegedly on those statements, but I will be putting allegedly on the fact that this is Meek Mill in the cage. Heard that he's going to be the biggest witness against Meek Mill. They call him Cheap. Now, me and my brother DS1 from Sheep Stay Sleep TV, right? We was, you know, he has a big heart, right? But the thing with him is he's different from me. You want to know why? Because DS1 went to school, right? So he's kind of more smarter than me. Me, I'm stupid. I think about things like, where's the lock on this cage? Why would he get in that cage and not just voluntarily just jump out of that cage? And why is his ass pressed? Then they say, again, that Mac Mean, that I Photoshop this shit. Nigga, the way Tasha K got sued from, I would never do no shit like this. Go type Meek Mill in the cage on your computer, right? And then you'll see the same fuck shit, right? Say he right where he belong. This motherfucker right here is freaky. You know what I'm saying? He a 69 guard. This guy Meek Mill, look, let me tell y'all something, right? That look in his eye, that look is I used to think that look in his eye was a look of concern and he was scared. That nigga Meek Mill is not scared, man. These niggas is crazy. They don't turn around and sing a gangster song. Hold on, wait a minute, Diddy. I thought you was finished. Knock it off. I hear this motherfucker Meek Mill make one more gangster song. It's over, right? And we'll talk about Tupac later, all right? But yeah, I think that Shannon Sharpe kind of can't. Oh, wrong picture. Yeah, I think that Shannon Sharpe canceled himself. You know what I'm saying, with this shit. As much as this looked bad for Shorty being Kamala Harris, it might be bad for him too.
If she took a shot of some whiskey, so I think people be like, "Oh yeah, she relatable." You know, because she's not averse to drinking alcohol, because she didn't mind having a beer the other day on whoever podcast, or she was on that show having a beer. So don't say you're averse to alcohol. Roll the clip.
Thank you. And cheers to you.
Cheers.
And I'm not going to actually drink this because I might fall asleep.
There's nothing in there for you to drink, boo-boo. I might fall asleep. That's crazy. Bitch, you ain't falling asleep. We know that you the life of the party, baby. And by the party, I mean, hello. Diddy ain't the only one on that shit. Word up, man. Anyway, she canceled herself with that shit. You know what I mean? Goofy ass broad. I don't know who her fucking advisors is. They must be just like paid off. I bet after every speech she has, they go in the back and they be like, yo, how much I owe you? Bitch compromise like a motherfucker, right? All right, let me get back to Tulsi Gabbard, a real one. She should have been running for fucking, wow, 13 minutes ago, Russian aircraft carrier blown to pieces, bro. I told you this shit they about to wow out. Let me show y'all this shit. Yo, they just blew a fucking Russian 13 minutes ago. They just blew up a fucking Russian aircraft carrier by the U.S. Oh, man, these niggas is bugging. They are bugging the fuck out right now, man. That's why we need Trump in office, man. They bugging. I'm going to show you. They just bomb these motherfuckers. Oh, man, America, man. Yo, it's not America. It's these fucking Democrats. Yo, they just bugging out. Like, we don't got no time for this shit. Y'all think that the prices in your eggs and your gas is a problem, man? This is a problem right here, man. I wonder how many people was on that shit, man. I wonder how many people was on this bullshit, man. Don't surprise me. Look at these fucking Koreans. $10,000 of them motherfuckers is just pulled up. The other day was 3,000 that's in the Ukraine.
A live look over communist Gaza. This is, of course, one of the many shots that we've shown you over the past year or so here on Live Now. Fox News now reporting the Israeli airstrikes over the weekend destroyed all 4 of Iran's Russia-made S-300 air defense units. Senior White House advisor Amos Hochstein said,
Corey B, me too, unfortunately. I can't unhear it.
Saying, quote, Iran is essentially naked. Axios.
Now, this is Israel gloating in they bombing of Iran. They basically saying, yo, we crippled them. We crippled Iran. They can't do shit. Oh, you think Iran can't do shit? Okay.
Also reporting that Hochstein and another of President Biden's advisors, Brett McCurk, will visit Israel tomorrow, and they'll be trying to seal the deal to end the war in Lebanon, targeting the Hezbollah terror group. A lot to discuss, no question, so I do want to bring in Raphael Cohen, the director of the Strategy and Doctrine.
They about to fuck our country up, yo. They really trying. Let me. I know I'm all over the place, right? Let me get back to the Tulsi shit, man. Right? I got the other shit about Russia queued up. We'll look into it, man. This is called the Reclaim America Tour with Tulsi Gabbard. And for some reason, it's not public. You know, like I said, Tulsi Gabbard personally sent me this to my email. I don't know if I'm a hole in the wall. She just liked me. You know what I mean? She loved me.
And so,
She's gonna shred Kamala.
for coming from someone who tells us she is
On that Trump train, double tap the screen, get the likes up. Type ones if you're on that Trump train. Go to the top right, hit 3 dots, and subscribe to the channel. It's free. We moving into the 40,000 mark. Salute to everybody that's newly subscribed. All right. Got Tulsi Gabbard and Robert F. Kennedy in the background about to speak.
in the Situation Room with Joe Biden every day, that she is the last person to leave the room before he makes any major decision, that she is a person who Joe Biden has trusted with every issue related to domestic and foreign policy. She either has no idea what's going on in the world or with our military.
At all.
Or she cares so little about those who are less than 1% of Americans in this country who raise our right hand and say, I'm willing to lay my life down for the country that I love.
That's right.
That she is not even willing to acknowledge their sacrifice and the sacrifice of their family members today.
That's right.
And yet she's asking us to trust her with the nuclear codes.
That
To
part.
trust her with the decisions about where we are sent into harm's way and what wars she will start.
Thank you.
She wants us to
It hit different when a woman is calling another woman out, and it's not Candace Owens.
trust that she will care for our men and women who come home safely, but who will need help and care from our Veterans Affairs Administration. I have warned the American people about Kamala Harris being commander-in-chief ever since 2019 when she was running for president. Because as we have seen her demonstrate in this campaign, she cares so little for those who are willing to lay their life down for our country that she would not hesitate to use my brothers and sisters in uniform to mask the insecurity and weakness that she feels.
And that's what you got to understand that why she speaks so much for the military, because Tulsi's whole background is military. You know what I'm saying?
That she would deploy us into harm's way and drop bombs in other countries as a means to try to look tough, to prove
facts. We don't need no bitch up in the fucking office throwing bombs everywhere and shit, getting us into a war.
her strength as our
We got
commander.
no money for that. We owe China fucking trillions of dollars. If we want to start a war, we need to go start a war with the fucking Rocket, not Rocket Man and them, but the little guys.
In chief.
That's where we all owe all the money. Why not go get the motherfucker we owe the bag to?
Every one of us who volunteered to serve, and our veterans, please raise your hand here tonight.
Salute to you, Leanne. Hey, Rico, salute.
I am honored and privileged to stand with you, and I think I can speak for every one of you when I say willing to die for the country that we love, to defend the safety, security.
You on that Trump train? I want y'all to spam the chat with ones right now, right? And know this, right? The conversation is not for us to fight each other, but we'll beat you the fuck down in this chat. I'm just letting you know. So if you're on the other side, just be respectful, and we'll box with you in the chat. You know, if you say something smart and truthful, then we'll follow up with it. But this is not to make us enemies no more. This is for us at united to start thinking. You know, this is no longer about let's keep on fighting for the next 4 years. And you know, you're a Republican, I'm a Democrat, like Trump. Man, look at there's bigger things going on. But in order for us to address those bigger things, we got to clean house. We got to fire these people. We got to get them the fuck up out of here. So we got to have the hard conversation. Whether your family don't want to fuck with you or not, you know what I mean? Your people don't want to fuck with you. You got to start standing for something, man.
Security and freedom of the American people.
Not a feeling of joy. Fuck that feeling of joy. I'd rather be mad with the bills paid.
Did not sign up for some insecure, weak politician to use us and our brothers and sisters as cannon fodder to make her look tough. This is real.
He said she's our next president, 100%. So you are happy with what they've been doing for the last 4 years. That's basically essentially what you're saying. She's our next president, 100%. You sound like a goofy ass motherfucker. Because even the people on the left know that this country is fucked up. Even the people on the left, you know, are able to look at the news and know that we are next to war, homie. Even the people on the left could acknowledge the fact that Trump is the only one that went and sat down with Rocket Man and Putin. I call him Puto, but he sat down with both of them. Name somebody. Kamala can't sit down with fucking Joe Rogan, man. What are we talking about?
This is real.
Let's God forbid she's the next president.
I'll never forget my brothers and sisters who never made that trip home with us. They're in my heart every day. They are why I'm here. They are why I'm standing with President Trump.
Mr. Bright, you're not making very good points here. You should be more concise. Well, listen, I'm gonna be concise right now. I'm gonna tell you, stop typing so much. All right, this ain't fucking church. All right, the voting ballot. Oh, you know, I don't know what state you in, but go and find out when it's time to vote, and take your ass over there to vote. Don't come over here expecting us to be church. This is not church. All right. Talking about, all right, I'm not making very good points here. I am making very good points. You're not being very concise on what you're talking about, goofy ass.
In this election.
Are you mad because she's reading Kamala?
Because he is the leader who has the courage and the strength to fight for peace.
Nobody. He's legit. He can say whatever the fuck he want to say. It's just that he's saying that I'm not being concise, but he's not. I've said 1,000 things since I've been up here. He's not being concise in what he's mad at. You should have said, well, you're not being concise on this point, and then I can debate that. But otherwise, it sounds like goofy work. All right. Let Tulsi cook. Matter of fact, Robert Kent, RFK about to start talking. Double tap the screen. Let's get the likes up, man. Let's get the likes up to 500. Go to the top right, hit the 3 dots, and subscribe. It's free.
You know, earlier tonight, oh, go ahead, please, Robbie, go ahead.
I was reminded when Tulsi was talking about a couple of incidents that happened during the Kennedy administration. At one point,
yo, salute to his heart, bless his beautiful heart, but I can't really listen to him too much because, you know, it sounds like that commercial with the dude that was smoking.
in April of 2022, the Russians.
That's enough of that. Listen, I'm gonna give y'all the link if y'all want to watch the full video. She gave me permission to distribute it. No, she didn't. But there you go. That's the link for the full Reclaim America tour. All right. That's what RFK, you know what I'm saying? And that's what Shorty Girl, right? Now, CNN. Now, she went over there and sought them dudes to trust. I don't know what she thought. They niggas foul just like us. Now, we did see this video before, but I want to show you how this things get broken down by Sky News, Australia. You know what I'm saying? Salute to everybody that's here, man. Let's get to it.
Word salads continues after she bombed her.
Now it says CNN brutally turns on Kamala. We seen this.
CNN town
We seen this last week, but I'm going to remind you how terrible she is.
hall with Anderson Cooper. The town hall was widely expected to be a softball interview, as has happened in the past. But Anderson Cooper did, in fact check the presidential.
Anderson Cooper crossed her. He double crossed her ass like a professional
nominee on occasion. Additionally, CNN hosts and panelists railed on Harris after the event.
Second time it happened. First Brett Bear and then her.
Suggesting
my boy Anderson Cooper.
The network may be turning on her just 2 weeks out from the election. In true Kamala style, she served up a confused word salad about parenting, despite never having children.
Is there something you can point to in your life, political life, or in your life in the last 4 years that you think is a mistake that you have learned from?
Complete setup. Oh man. I didn't, you know what? I worked with Anderson Cooper out in Jersey before, right? I didn't think he was this dirty. I like this. I like this. Gives me hope.
I mean, I've made many mistakes, and they range from, you know, if you've ever parented a child,
I bet she was saying in her mind, look how he's looking at her. I bet she was saying in her mind, this motherfucker.
You make lots of mistakes too. In my role as vice president, I mean, I probably worked very hard at making sure that I am well versed on issues. And
Project 2025, here we go with that shit again, right? Roof. I can't even say no more about Project 2025. Bless your heart if you think that shit exists. If you think it's gonna, if Trump is with that.
And I think that is very important. It's a mistake.
Project 2025. You acting like y'all don't see. They keep talking that Project 2025, right? All right, look at this shit right here. You worrying about Project 2025? I'm gonna show you what you should be worried about. Because if this goes over, you ain't got to worry about Project 2025, welfare, food stamps, whatever the fuck you motherfuckers out here fighting for. Check this out. This is reality, bro. Y'all see what y'all want to see. I'm seeing the world, and this is how it looks from my angle. 10,000 North Korean troops deployed to Russia. U.S. confirms. This was last night, right? Look at this shit. Double tap the screen. Let's get the likes up to 500. Go to the top right and hit the three dots.
Firms 10,000 North
This is last night.
Korean troops are in. Tensions are rising in Europe as the U.S. confirms 10,000 North Korean troops are in Russia and could be used to bolster Russian forces near Ukraine in the coming weeks. NATO Chief Mark Rutte says the move is a significant escalation of the conflict.
Exactly, it's an escalation, and it's a direct act of war, man. It's telling U.S., man, fuck y'all. We do whatever we want because now we're united on a whole different way, and we're going to crash your dollar. This is what they've been talking about all week.
CBS News Pentagon reporter and producer Ellie Watson is at the Pentagon where they are closely monitoring the situation. Ellie, thousands of North Korean troops have been inching closer to Ukraine. Where are those North Korean troops headed? And will they be on the front lines helping Russia fight Ukraine?
Yeah, U.S. officials told us that a small number of those North Korean troops are already in the Kursk region, with the expectation that several of those 10,000 will continue to move in that.
Meanwhile, Netanyahu is fucking gloating in his hit of Iran. Like he's basically like going on press runs talking about how good they smashed out Iran, man. Do y'all not get it? That Iran is in bed with China? Y'all not get it? Iran is in bed with Russia?
That direction over the next several weeks. Kursk, if you remember, is in Russia and where Ukraine launched a surprise offensive in early August with one.
Look at this shit, y'all.
One goal to try and draw Russian forces away from eastern Ukraine. That hasn't really happened in any meaningful way. Russia has continued to claw back territory in Kursk.
Little rocket men. What America say? What America say? Yo, listen. If we catch y'all, it's fair game. What does that mean? We're going to send our soldiers to kill you motherfuckers. That's it. Flat out.
As well as maintain pressure in eastern Ukraine. But
read Project 2025. We already read it. We read that shit. Yo, bro, you listen, please start timing these people out.
At a significant cost. September 2024, while it was maintaining both of those fronts,
You still talking about Project 2025. I'm telling you, if we have a war, we ain't gonna don't fuck Project 2025. You goofy. Look at these little rocket men.
As the highest month of Russian casualties over the course of the entire war. Officials here see these North Korean movements as Putin potentially trying to solve the problem of Kursk without suffering even higher Russian casualties and without calling a mass mobilization, which would be very unpopular within Russia.
I didn't say it's Trump's plan. I'm saying that they are saying that Trump is down with Project 2025. Why do they say that he's down with Project 2025? Because a lot of his former associates is part of it. It's just that simple. We already discussed it. It sounds stupid to me. Okay? Now, again, if somebody say Project 2025 in the chat, time them out. Because we're talking about 10,000 rocket men that just got launched into fucking Russia. All right? What that means is that 10,000 North Koreans have deployed to Russia, and they got 3,000 by Ukraine. United States said that's a violation. We're going to kill them. All right? That's where we at. All right? Now, if the United States send missiles over there and they get active in this shit, now it's up on the United States. Do you get that part? Fuck Project 2025.
Biden is calling the growing tensions very dangerous, Ellie. The Pentagon says that the U.S. is not limiting the use of American weapons, though. Does that mean...
Don't even use P's or O's or 25s in the chat. How about that? I'll make these people with the wrenches. We've been around here forever. I'm not no new channel. I'm not new to this. I'll make them time all you motherfuckers out that's on the left. Relax with that, okay? We don't want to talk about that. Because then we can't talk about the war. We can't talk about other things. We got to talk about the rhetoric. All right? The fuck out of here with that shit.
The U.S. could be supplying Ukrainians with more weapons in the coming days.
The supply chain for this war is very complicated. President Biden has already committed that he will...
They are nearly starved to death. You believe in fake news. Oh, no. 10,000 North Koreans. It's just the act. Yo, these people are dumb. They are dumb. It's the act. It's the act of doing it. It's like, yo, don't do that. I'm going to do it anyway. What are you going to do as a result of me doing what you told me not to do? What you going to do? I dare you slap me. Back. The fuck you going to do? Okay? 10,000 North Koreans. Bruh, if North Korea is in bed with Russia.
Continue to...
I mean, just like the Ukraine is getting help from us. And Trump is saying, why are we sending money to countries we can't pronounce? Come on, man. NATO is weak compared to the what they got with the BRICS. That's just my humble opinion. Name 5 name brand countries on NATO. You got us. You got what? You know what I'm saying? Israel. Come on, man. We ain't got shit over it. Listen, man. We talking about they taking over the whole other side of the world. Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones. Double tap the screen. Let's get the likes to 500. If you're on that Trump train, type 1s in the chat.
Send out those drawdown packages. So those packages of weapons we see.
One thing I tell you about America, let's not get it twisted, man. Let's not get it twisted. We're not to be played with. And we don't tell these people everything we got. Don't play with America. America is spank your ass. And trust me, we got foreign interests in a lot more countries than NATO. And even with some of the countries with BRICS, they all got money invested into the United States. Feel me? I'm serious, dog. Name 5 name brand countries with NATO. Let's go look it up. NATO. That shit ain't shit, man. NATO. How many, but which countries are in NATO? Let's look that shit up real fast, right? These bum ass countries. Let me look it up on the side, right? I'm gonna list these countries. The fuck out of here. NATO member countries. Let me look at this. Here you go, right here. It says NATO has 32 countries. These countries called NATO allies. All right, which countries are? Albania, Denmark. They hate us. Hungary. They hungry over there. Montenegro. Romania. Ain't that where fucking Dracula and them live? Slovakia, Netherlands. They hate us. Iceland. Man, none of us ever going to Iceland. You're never going to Estonia. You're never going to Belgium unless you're going to the fucking supermarket to get Belgian waffles. Bulgaria, Finland, Italy. What you going to do in Italy? They can't fight. They still fighting with swords in Italy, man. The motherfuckers, they riding around in boats and try to make love to motherfuckers. Fuck Italy. You know what I'm saying? Only thing we doing with Italy is buying some shoes from Italy. North Macedonia. These are our allies. Slovenia, Spain, Norway, Latvia, fucking Canada, Poland. Ain't nothing in Poland but Poland spring water. Sweden, Turkey, whatever the fuck that is. Portugal, Greece. Listen, only one that go to Greece is Hassan Campbell and Diddy. The fuck we want to go to Greece for? Greece. Put grease in your hair. That's what Trump said. Trump said, yo, why the fuck are we fucking with these countries? These niggas, this is what Trump is like, yo, listen, man. Russia and them just got in bed with India and South Africa and Brazil and China. We got to do something. Let's go sit down and get these people sorted out. This is what Trump did. Nobody else did that. He's the only one to see the need that like, yo, they forming an alliance on us. All this Illuminati shit y'all talked about back in the days is real now. You want to know why? Because they said, fuck paper money. We're doing electronic Q code trades on the other side of the world. Now, for us on this side, we might say, you know what? It's all good. No, it's not all good. It's not all good. If China alone can collapse the fucking United States economy even worse than what it is. None of those countries on that shit fuck with us. Even on your vacation, maybe one of y'all once in y'all might go to Greece, Mykonos Beach, maybe. Ain't doing nothing. What we importing from Luxembourg and Turkey or whatever the fuck that is, and Slovakia. They don't even fuck with us. I don't give a fuck about being with Slovakia, man. Get me down with Russia. They the ones that, you know what I mean? Like if we could come to terms with Russia, and then they was smacking, they was coming at Trump and saying that, yo, he must be up to something because he's sitting down. Well, yes, he's up to world peace. Without that shit, without us sitting down with them, now look what we got. Them threatening us. Yo, we couldn't take the Twin Towers falling. We couldn't take it when old boy Tim McVeigh and them, you know what I'm saying, smashed that shit out in Oklahoma. We couldn't take that. We can't even take a hurricane over here. And then we owe the Chinese all the bread in the world. Something ain't right, man. Something ain't right. So like I said, all of these things is turning against Kamala. Why? Because she can't address it. Not on the real stage. And there's too many real people that's paying attention. They want to see somebody that's going to react like somebody that can save us. The ones that really know what's going on and know that we're on the brink of a fucking war, and even if a bomb doesn't come to your backyard, trust me, that shit will affect your money like a bomb hit you. Trust me. Look at countries that fell. Mass inflation. I ain't talking about where bread is just $10. I'm talking about when bread is $100. And sad to say, Travel, the war will happen. Hopefully, let me tell you something. I'm listening to Putin, and there a lot of them eat, you know, those other countries are saying, listen, man, y'all put Trump in play, man. We might have a different result. Trump went and sat down next to Rocket Man and told him to chill. And Rocket Man took a chill pill. Now that's a player. Real men know what I'm talking about. You don't go sit down next to Rocket Man. It's no guarantee you're gonna come back.
Not to be well versed on an issue and feel compelled to answer a question.
Commentator Matt Walsh slammed Harris for her answer, saying, multiple times in this town hall, Kamala claimed that she raised and parented children. Her stepkids were 20 and 15 when she married into the family. She did not raise children. She has no idea what raising a child actually means or entails. And again, Kamala Harris gave a confused word salad answer when asked why she hadn't made any changes despite being in the White House for 4 years.
Some voters, though, might ask, you've been in the White House for 4 years, you were vice president, not the president, but why wasn't any of that done?
As the population ages, there's never been $1
billion fucking dollars, man. We let Trump do his thing. You know what I'm saying? We let Trump do his thing. Maybe, I mean, because every time I've seen us go to a war, we took over their country, took their gold, took their art, took everything, snatched everything. We just smashed China out, took their whole, everything that we owed, give me that. Not only don't we owe you nothing, now we up. If we only got with your country, come in. See what they did in Iraq? We call it what? I call it God's work. You know what I'm saying? But the government calls it democracy. Yeah, we gave them a dose of the fucking democracy as soon as they start playing with us. Yeah. Give them a dose of that motherfucking democracy. You know what I mean? Boom. Wake them up. Chinese motherfuckers is pumping mad dope into our economy. Like that fentanyl comes directly from them. TikTok, all you motherfuckers that's on TikTok, all you chicks that's on there shaking your ass, guess what? TikTok is a Chinese government program aimed at studying us. They don't use that shit over there. And it's illegal for them to look at anything that we doing. Why do you think that's why you think it's like that? Y'all not know that TikTok is a government program aimed at destroying America?
Well, there was a lot that was done, but there's more to do, Anderson. And I'm pointing out things that need to be done, that haven't been done, but need to be done.
And on the issue of the border, Harris was fact-checked by Anderson Cooper after she attempted to blame Donald Trump for the border crisis again.
Under Donald Trump, you criticized the wall more than 50 times. You called it stupid, useless, and a medieval vanity.
He set her stupid ass up. Salute to Anderson Cooper and CNN. She got lined up a couple times, man. She just can't escape this work
project. Is a border wall stupid?
Well, let's talk about Donald Trump and that border wall. So remember, Donald Trump said Mexico would pay for it? Come on, they didn't. How much of that wall did he build? I think the last number I saw was about 2%. And then when it came for time for him to do a photo op, you know where he did it? In the part of the wall that President Obama built.
But you're agreeing to a bill that would earmark $650 million to continue building that wall.
I pledge that I am going to bring forward that bipartisan bill to further strengthen and secure our border. Yes, I am. And I'm going to work across the aisle to pass a comprehensive bill that deals with a broken immigration system. I think Jackson's question...
Man, you stole all of Donald Trump. She tried to steal it. It didn't work for her.
part of it was to acknowledge that America has always had migration.
She ruined it like she normally do. Now look at how they got at the TikTok, the CEO of TikTok, right? Yo, they grilled this motherfucker, right? Because let me tell you something, right? Them Chinese motherfuckers, no disrespect, in my opinion, they don't like us. They hate us. And they'll do anything to get rid of us. So, one second. Tom Cotton grills TikTok CEO at the Senate hearing on child online safety. Now, remember this. Most of our kids is on that shit, man. Why the Chinese? Yo, listen, let me tell you something. I always say it on this channel, right? I've recognized that when I used to eat that rat fried chicken or whatever the fuck they was trying to feed people, I don't eat Chinese food no more, right? But that would be my last choice, right? Every time you go in a Chinese restaurant, they feeding you some shit to kill you, some rat, some pork rib tips or some shit to kill you. And then you look at they little child sitting in the back, you know what I mean? Eating steamed rice and steamed vegetables, something that look real healthy, drinking some water, and just looking at you with a look of bewilderment. Probably looking at us like, why would you put that into your system? Why would you eat that? If you seen what they did to this food, you would not eat this shit. Right? What am I getting at? I'm getting at this, right? That the Chinese, most of them that's out there too, they it's about fuck America. Do you not get that? Now look at this. Kids are committing suicide based off of shit that they seeing on this TikTok. And they grilling this dude. Now this dude, let me tell you something. Let me just give you backdrop. The CEO of TikTok is from Singapore. Right? So he's trying to disassociate himself from Chinese and saying that if you know, why would I allow something like this, you know? And I'm from Singapore. You're saying the Chinese hate him, so why would I be doing this? You feel me? He plays. It's like it's a game. It's a game. A serious ass game. And guess who's the? This is like the Truman Show with Jim Carrey, because we are the ones that's being watched. And you ask yourself, because some of y'all might think that you're not worth anything. You might say, you know, well, fuck, I ain't worth shit anyway. You are worth something, man. Your information is worth something. Your behavior and things that you do. What do you think that TikTok does? It collects the analytics. It tells them who will be voted president. They know where to put their money. If you know what's going to happen based off a study of human behavior. What better way to study you human motherfuckers besides give you a device and give you a live button on it so you can act a fool and show me exactly who you are. Show me what time your desires kick in. Show me what time your dysfunctions kick in. Let me tell you something. Google has the permission. You give them the permission when you sign up for these programs to listen to you even when the device is off. Why you think that you start arguing with your girl and she say, well, your dick don't get hard, right? Next thing you know, and all the devices is off. And then when you wake up, next thing you know, Viagra, Cialis, and you know what I'm saying? You're failing in the class. Next thing you know, a fucking university will pop up. That's because you give them your information. Now, Google's being kind to you because TikTok is directly studying you, bro. Their form of YouTube over there, they don't get millions of views. People not watching other people like that over there. The top of them, the top ones get 100,000 views. And that's viral for them, man. But TikTok is geared at collecting your information, you, dear Americans. Okay? Because you could be homeless. A lot of you motherfuckers is homeless, right? It doesn't mean you got to be a bum because you homeless. Some of you niggas is just some bum-ass niggas. Right? But if you homeless, even some homeless people are giving up the information because they have a phone. They give you free phones. Everywhere there's a bunch of homeless people, they give you a free phone. All you have to do is just pull up your welfare card, and then you'll get a free phone. What's in that free phone? data collection services. They know how much money you make. They know if you failed in school. They know all that shit. You know how I know? Because I collected data for years. For years. I paid for y'all data. When I was putting out commercials, I know exactly where to put my shirts at. Like if I wanted y'all to buy something, like on this channel, I'm about to start putting my Amazon affiliate links because I'm an influencer on Amazon. And I have a live channel on Amazon directly to promote products, right? Now, if I wanted to, what I do is when I push a commercial, right, I'll target a certain audience. Well, they'll say, well, your thing is going to go, your advertisement is going to go to 1 million people. I wanted to go to 10,000 people or 100,000 specific people as opposed to 100,000 randoms. That's where your information becomes important because most advertisement companies manage more than 2,000-3,000 fucking companies. So it doesn't matter what your analytics are, they will find a product to push to you. You know what I'm saying? Now, I mean, that's the extent of American advertisement. That's what it is. It's all about money. But see, China, they don't need no money. All right? We owe them fucking trillions of dollars. And they sold a lot of our debt off and said, fuck y'all. We're going to make a whole nother money system. We don't need that shit, that American shit. Listen, give me this, give me gold, give me service, give me land, give me infrastructure possibilities. You know what I'm saying? And America is sucking dick. That's what America is doing, and that's why the borders is open. That's why you see clean ass Chinese dudes by the thousands coming into this country. That's a part of the deal to let them through. You know what I'm saying? Kissing ass. The reason why I know that is from paying attention to Trump. Trump been blowing these niggas up, and I go study and find out, and I'm like, wow, there are some bitches. What y'all letting these motherfuckers in? Who else letting them in? How you get a Chinese dude from China to skip over all those other countries, land in Mexico, still clean, nails ain't dirty, the baby's cool, everything's good, whole family, Liddy, looking better than a businessman in America, walk right through the gates. Where's he going? You know what I'm saying? That Haitian shit was a distraction to show you. So basically, so you don't see what's really going on. What's really going on is that we are in heavy fucking debt. And we can't do nothing but parcel off our land now, like Africa is doing. China owns all the fucking infrastructure in Africa. Go look at it. Mega construction. America is jealous that they ain't jump in bed first. Now America is sniffing their nose around in them random countries in Africa. You want to know why? Because you let them let China get control of the whole Africa. It's a wrap, especially on the coast. Oh, God. You know what China wants to do? They want to drill a fucking canal through the whole Africa. Oh, my God. My man, they are making oceans in the desert. I wouldn't believe it if I didn't see it with my own fucking eyes. Y'all think they the third world countries, huh? Well, ghost cities sitting around waiting for millions of people to go up in there. And the real estate is way higher than anything in America. You think San Francisco and Massachusetts and New York is expensive? We talking about 10 times the amount to live over there. And there's not one tenant in the cities. We're talking about the ghost cities. We're talking about these e-cities that they erected. They want to completely cut paper out. So that Illuminati shit they was talking about back in the days is real if you look at what we talking about right now, because all of this is happening this week in real time, man. Y'all got to pay attention, man.
The Chinese Communist Party.
Now listen to the question, and I love the fact that at first when I was just listening to this and I didn't understand it because I listened to it first before I read the title, and I thought that he was being kind of hard on this dude. But then when you think about what's going on with their program, nah, man, we need to, like, for real, that TikTok shit, they need to get rid of that completely. I don't care how viral you are, go viral on something else, man. You don't need that shit, especially your kids don't need to be on that shit. It's evil as fuck.
Mr. Chu, let's cut straight to the chase. Is TikTok under the influence of the Chinese Communist Party?
No, Senator, we are a private business.
Okay, so you can see that your parent, ByteDance, is subject to the 2017 national security law, which requires.
Double tap the screen. Let's get the likes up respectfully, right? Or go to the top right, hit the 3 dots. When y'all get those likes up, they'll send the video out to way more people, and we will turn this shit up. You know what I'm saying? We about to go somewhere else with this in a second.
Requires Chinese companies to turn over information to the Chinese government and conceal it from the rest of the world. You concede that, correct?
Senator, the Chinese
That's no
business.
question. You conceded it early.
Any company that does, any global business that does business in China has to follow their local laws.
Isn't it the case that ByteDance also has an internal Chinese Communist Party committee?
Like I said, all businesses that operate in China have to follow their local law.
So your parent company is subject to the national security law that requires it to answer the party. It has its own internal Chinese Communist Party committee. You answer to that parent company, but you expect us to believe that you're not under the influence of the Chinese Communist Party?
I understand this concern, Senator, which is why we built Project Texas.
It was a yes or no question. Okay. But you used to work for ByteDance, didn't you? You were the CFO for ByteDance?
That is correct, Senator.
In April 2021, while you were the CFO, the Chinese Communist Party's China Internet Investment Fund purchased a 1% stake in ByteDance's main Chinese subsidiary, the ByteDance Technology Company. In return for that so-called 1% golden share, the party took one of 3 board seats at that subsidiary company. That's correct, isn't it?
It's for the Chinese business.
Is that correct?
It's for the Chinese business, yes.
That deal was finalized on April 30th, 2021. Isn't it true that you were appointed the CEO of TikTok the very next day on May 1, 2021?
Well, it's a coincidence.
It's a coincidence that you were the CFO.
Dog walking this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? He need to be fired. They need to shoot these motherfuckers for the evil shit that they up to, man. Especially with that fentanyl. That shit is a nasty drug, man. That shit is causing. That's a it's causing a flesh-eating disease. To literally eat these motherfuckers up and they can't get off of it. Bro, that shit is different and it's cheap as shit. They ain't got no fentanyl crisis in China. We got a fentanyl crisis over here. These motherfuckers in Kensington is tearing their shit up.
Senator, that the Chinese Communist
wanted to themselves.
Party took its golden share in its board seat, and the very next day you were appointed the CEO of TikTok. That's a hell of a coincidence.
It really is, Senator.
Yeah, it is. Okay. And before ByteDance, you were at a Chinese company called Xiaomi. Is that correct?
Yes, I used to work around the world.
Where did you live when you worked at Xiaomi?
I lived in China, like many expats.
Where exactly?
In Beijing, in China.
How many years did you live in Beijing?
Senator, I worked there for about 5 years.
So you lived there for 5 years?
Yes.
Isn't it the case that Xiaomi was sanctioned by the United States government in 2021 for being a communist Chinese military company?
I'm here to talk about TikTok. I think they then had a lawsuit and it was overturned. I can't remember the details. It's another company.
The Biden administration that reversed those sanctions, just like, by the way, they reversed the terrorist designation on the Houthis in Yemen. How's that working out for them? But it was sanctioned as a Chinese communist military company. So you said today, as you often say, that you live in Singapore. Of what nation are you a citizen?
Singapore.
Are you a citizen of any other nation?
No, Senator.
Have you ever applied for Chinese citizenship?
Senator, I served my nation in Singapore. No, I did not.
Do you have a Singaporean passport?
Yes, and I served my military for two and a half years in Singapore.
Do you have any other passports from any other nations?
No, Senator.
Your wife is an American citizen.
Fucking greaseball.
And your children are American citizens.
That's correct.
Have you ever?
His wife is an American.
Applied for American citizenship?
No, not yet.
Okay. Have you ever been a member of the Chinese Communist Party?
Senator, I'm Singaporean. No.
Oh boy.
Have you ever been associated or affiliated with the Chinese Communist Party?
No, Senator. Again,
Okay.
I'm Singaporean.
Let me ask you some, hopefully.
Now he's smiling. He's smiling. One thing y'all gonna recognize is that when he asks him about, do you know about the case about this young lady, you know what I'm saying, that killed herself after fucking with something on your social site, did you have any knowledge of this? And he says with a smile, yes.
Simple questions. You said earlier, in response to a question, that what happened at Tiananmen Square in June of 1989 was a massive protest. Did anything else happen in Tiananmen Square?
Yes, I think it's well documented. There was a massacre.
There was the indiscriminate slaughter of hundreds or thousands of Chinese citizens. Do you agree with the Trump administration and the Biden administration?
You heard what he said? I bet you I ain't know about.
I think it's well documented. There was a massacre.
There was the indiscriminate slaughter of hundreds or thousands of Chinese citizens. Do you agree with the Trump administration and the Biden administration that the Chinese government is committing genocide against the Uyghur people?
Senator, I've said this before. I think it's really important that anyone who cares about this topic or any topic can freely express themselves on TikTok.
It's a very simple question that unites.
Damn, man, I've lost 90% of my former friends, including a fiance. I completely agree. Fentanyl is it's deadly, it's nasty. And they put it here specifically to fuck up America. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. This is why I speak the way I speak.
Both parties in our country and governments around the world, is the Chinese government committing genocide against the Uyghur people?
Senator, anyone, including, you can come into TikTok and talk about this topic.
I'm asking you,
or any topic.
You are a worldly, cosmopolitan, well-educated man who's expressed many opinions on many topics. Is the Chinese government committing genocide against the Uyghur people?
Actually, Senator, I talk mainly about my company, and I'm here to talk about what TikTok does.
Yes or no? You're here to give testimony that's truthful and honest and complete.
Flat out. Double tap the screen, get the likes up. I'm sorry to hear that, man. But look at this. Look at how this fentanyl really, how it looks on the ground, man. You know what I'm saying? This shit is a nasty ass drug, yo. Nasty. And then you know what? There's so many young people that strung out on this shit and they're doing bad, and they could articulate what the issue is and all that, but they can't seem to stop it.
I lost like 20 of my friends in the past year. Like it's horrible.
That's what Ange just said.
From trank and fentanyl. Like it's been insane out here.
The xylazine is really making us look like zombies, like physically look like zombies. Like my leg looks like it's something out of a horror movie.
Hooked in a vicious cycle of brutal addiction. Zombie-like victims, slumped and barely conscious, they line these streets openly, injecting themselves and each other. They are the tragic face of America's latest desperate drug emergency.
Old heroin, you can go 8 to 12 hours without doing the bag. This is like 2-3 hours later, you're starting to feel sick already.
And that's because here, under this train line in northern Philadelphia, drug dealers have perfected a cruel new cocktail tormenting those at their lowest point.
I OD'd like 13 times in that 1 month because it's hard to adjust to it.
They're cutting heroin, but more often fentanyl, with a powerful animal sedative called xylazine. It's a lethal mix known simply on these streets as trank, and it's supercharging America's raging opioid crisis.
And you can see there's still gauze in there. See the gauze? Yeah. That's why it's not healing all the way.
It's taking lives and limbs.
I did inject it. I haven't injected there since then.
Yeah, but that it can pop up anywhere is what I'm sort of saying.
Yeah. But I definitely hit there. And it popped up down here too.
The drug rots human flesh. It's quite literally eating them alive.
Like all this was open like a month ago.
Basically from my knee all the way down to my ankle is like no skin, like all exposed.
Here, trank users rely on volunteers to clean and dress their injuries, most far too gruesome to show. It's a painful process, but a crucial one.
That's where the tendon is. I know for sure that I'm going to lose at least one of my legs.
One thing that you don't really get prepared for is the smell of these wounds, that fetid stench of infection, and it's infecting so many people here in this clinic.
Kensington and Allegheny, this is like a drug central right here. I used to live right there on that corner.
Few know the deprivation and the desperation on these streets better than Jose Castillo.
I've heard these streets here described as the Disneyland.
Oh my God, yeah, it's an open air market. Like it's literally a third world country in the United States.
For years he lived, and more than once almost died here.
How do you feel now when you see these images? You're 6 months clean now.
I see myself. Like I used to be that dude. Like I remember I get like flashbacks of me sitting right here.
Police patrol this lawless pocket of America in name only. It's drug dealers and their masked henchmen running these city blocks.
Is it dangerous for us to be around here? Yeah, definitely, especially like with cameras and stuff. Like
A warning realised just seconds later as a street enforcer made it clear.
No, see what I'm saying? Hurry up, pull off. Go around them and get away.
Observers aren't welcome. A hot coffee pitched through our window, a stroke of good fortune, according to our guide, Jose, adamant it could have been far worse. Whether by gun or needle, life in Kensington, Philadelphia is cheap.
Look at that guy, he just probably OD'd right there.
Has he? The lucky ones are revived, only to relapse again and again.
It must have been fentanyl because he got Narcan once and popped right up.
But xylazine is not an opioid and doesn't respond to life-saving Narcan treatments. Around a third of all overdose cases here in Philadelphia are found to contain xylazine, and authorities say the drug is spreading at a breakneck speed, racing across the United States and even overseas.
I can't think of anywhere in the world where drugs are sold that would be not at risk of xylazine being present in the drug supply.
Other US states are now bracing for the full impact of a trank tidal wave, dark web imports only undermining a government crackdown on overseas shipments.
The Department of Public Health doesn't necessarily have like a direct way to, prevent.
Yeah, thank the Chinese for this shit right here. Because this ain't no native shit of America. All right? This ain't no Native American shit here.
Xylazine finding its way into drugs, but we do want to make sure that people understand the composition of the drugs that we're seeing.
Withdrawal from trank is ferocious. Its price only keeps.
All right, man. God bless anybody that's dealing with that type of shit. That's dealing with flesh-eating disease and some shit that's calling you more than Scotty. We thought Pookie had a problem. Now let's get back to this. Let's get back to what we got going on. I got this. Once in a while I like to go through Donald Trump's most savage moments and some of the reasons why real motherfuckers like a real motherfucker. All right. Simple shit like this.
Yeah, go ahead. Sure. She's shocked that I picked her.
No.
She's like in a state of shock.
I'm not thinking, Mr.
That's
President.
okay. I know you're not thinking. You never do.
I'm sorry?
No, go ahead.
Ouch.
Go ahead.
You've called women you don't like fat pigs, dogs, slobs, and disgusting animals. Your Twitter account.
Only Rosie O'Donnell.
That's messed up, dude. It's just awfully good that someone with the temperament of Donald Trump is not in charge of the law in our country.
Because you'd be in jail.
Secretary Clinton.
You and Bill.
Our ass up.
We give state dinners to the heads of China. I say, why are you doing state dinners for them? They're ripping us left and right. Just take them to McDonald's and go back to the negotiating table. Seriously. It's true.
Get them a Big Mac, send them on their way.
Invest in Lyft Air.
You need a motherfucker that talk like that to our ops. Not somebody that's trying to sit down and be nice and joyful and, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck out of here. Push the button, to the right people. Let's not send all our money to motherfuckers that don't even rock with us, that can't stand us.
Oh, he's a savage for real.
Thank you.
Okay.
I want to get paid the same as a man, and I think you understand that. So if you become president, will a woman make the same as a man, and do I what I do with my body?
Oh, here we go. No and no. Straight up.
You're going to make the same if you do as good a job. You're going to make the same if you do as good a job. Last night,
I agree.
I called Hillary a nasty woman. But this stuff is all relative. After listening to Hillary rattle on and on and on, I don't think so badly of Rosie O'Donnell anymore. In fact, I'm actually starting to like Rosie a lot.
Throwing haymakers, Donald.
That's it, man.
expect Matt Whitaker to be involved.
How you dog walk a motherfucker. That's how you dog walk a motherfucker. We need a president. See, listen, the only thing that we're going to respect is strength that's coming from a president. That's one of the reasons why they were scared of Bush. Bush came through stomping, like, I'll bomb you motherfuckers. Everybody stood down with Bush. They just as scared and afraid of this nigga right here.
Do you want him to,
It's up to him.
do you want him to rein in Robert Mueller?
What a stupid question that is. What a stupid question. But I watch you a lot. You ask a lot of stupid questions.
CNN, can I
Call it like it is.
John
Respect.
Roberts, go ahead, John. No. John Roberts, go
You
ahead.
can't troll the troll.
CNN's fake news. I don't take
You can't troll the troll.
I don't take questions from CNN.
Commie News
CNN is
Network.
fake news. I don't take questions from CNN. John Roberts of Fox. Let's go to a real network.
Your campaign had an ad showing migrant.
He gets me every time. Every single time that he points out CNN being fake news, which has been reported many different times. There's lots of unveilings of the curtain, what they promote versus reality, what's actually going on. But y'all could research that on your own time. I love it. It never gets old hearing him say fake news, not addressing it, fake news.
Showing migrants climbing over walls and
Well,
so
that's
on.
true.
But
They weren't actors.
They're not going to be doing
They
that.
weren't actors.
They're hundreds of miles away, though. They're hundreds and hundreds of
You know
miles
what?
away. That's
I
not
think
an
you
invasion.
should- honestly, I think you should let me run the country. You run CNN.
All right.
And if you did it well, your ratings
Let
would
me
be
ask,
much
if
better.
I may
Okay,
ask
that's
one other
enough.
question, Mr. President. If I may ask
CNN,
one
go
other
ahead.
question, are you worried?
That's enough. That's
Mr.
enough.
President,
That's
I was
enough.
going to ask one other.
Quiet down,
We are
son.
alarmed by
Men
the
talking.
new calls.
Shit, I don't know what just happened, man. I don't know what just happened. They just kicked me right off of this joke. You know what I'm saying? Salute to everybody that stuck around. You know,
In charge of the nuclear arsenal, Mr. Trump.
I never attacked him on his look, and believe me, there's plenty of subject matter.
Plenty.
Right there. That I can tell you.
But Jake, why is this such a big topic for you right now?
Immigration's a very big topic. Take a look at all
all right, let me take a left turn on this, right? Because after talking about the the whole Trank story, you know what I'm saying? And the fentanyl crisis. It kind of took me somewhere else, right? Damn, man, I want to do a whole video based off of the BRIC Summit. But right now, like I said, I'm gonna go left field real quick, right? This guy right here, this motherfucking fat dude here, apparently got a lot to say about Diddy. And this shit's going viral, man. I caught this shit earlier. It don't look good, man. But I wanna share it with y'all, you know, because I like to share the stuff that don't look good with y'all. All right. Let me hit the like button on that video and listen to this shit.
The store, sketches, shoes, all this stuff. I don't even know why he let him go to the Olympics because he's a bad name for them.
Now that's Snoop Dogg right there, y'all. This shit gonna get nasty.
The United States. I don't care. You understand? I think he is the worst friend. He's a double agent, and he probably LAPD informant. Right there, he got black females on the dog chain. How serious can you be? They can't hold hands. Why don't they hold their hands in the dog chain? He supposed to have raped two. I don't know the age. That's why I said supposed to. I believe there was 15 to 16 white girls from Girls Gone Wild. Put something in their drink. You know, he got probably was back then. They wasn't using baby oil. They'd take the little Vaseline bottle, squeeze it all out, and suck it in with that. It's easy to control, you know, putting dots, but put weed in it and everything, and put PCP or whatever they spoke. I don't know. I wasn't there at the time, but he hit it. He told, he wanted to hide this murder charge. He wanted to hide that. That's what he wanted to hide. That's why he couldn't come across seas. So that's what he hide. The beef I got was
is this picture legit?
Yes. Definitely. That's Usher. Not Usher, I'm sorry. That's Justin Bieber. I don't know who the guy he kissing, but I don't know who he kissing.
I'm gonna bring Tommy in. I think he's got some questions. Tommy?
Yeah.
Probably Meek Mill.
My guess on that one would be, it's one of those music execs because, allegedly a lot of those guys.
You got a lot of shit.
So you got a threesome.
What? How do you know all this shit?
And she sleep with Danny Boy. Daddy hitting Danny Boy. So you got a threesome.
Whoa.
I believe that's one of the girls today who filing charges on. I don't know who she is. I don't know what they doing. And I think she's about 18 right there. She look a little about 18.
Keep going, Tommy.
Yeah, it's just it's disturbing how the number of people who appeared.
You know what's disturbing? That these rap motherfuckers come out now. You know what I'm saying? When all this shit was going on, you motherfuckers was, it was Mickey Mouse. Where the fuck was Mickey Mouse? Shit. Anyway, man.
To be underage in all of these things. I think that's probably what we're going to see on these superseding indictments.
Young Jeezy.
It's got to be, man. It just keeps coming back to the underage thing again and again and again. It's terrifying.
And you know who that is?
Go on.
Yeah, you know who that is, right?
Is that Young Jeezy?
Who is it, Tommy?
I don't know.
That's Nori for the drink team.
Oh, no way.
Noriega?
Yeah. Yeah. Guess he when his head cool off. I don't know what those guys be doing. I don't know what the guys be doing. I just hear it later. I get calls and everything.
Oh, God.
They call me Pizza, too. And they said, you ain't hear the thing about, they say, take pizza out the box, throw away. I said, I'm not worried about them. They talk about Jesus Christ. I got God watching my back. I wore a bulletproof vest for my whole time Tupac was alive, but Hussein fatal. You understand? If I got to throw it back on, just
nigga, stop ratting. Stop ratting. Stop ratting. Now, random again. Another thing. This scammer, they get caught in the act. This bitch gets caught on camera and all that. Come to find out, I think that the people that was scamming, they bosses was scamming them too. So they scamming people, and then they bosses are scamming them. It's like you rob somebody, somebody go outside and steal your fucking car. What are we doing? Or you get robbed and your homeboy is the one that robbed you, but also your homeboy is the one that's helping you find a nigga that robbed you. Oh God.
Rand, which actually equivalates to $134. So in theory, they were getting scammed by their own boss as well, as he kept most of the money. I was able to get the monthly sales sheets from these scammers, in which I saw from January.
Now watch this chick, right? Because they be finessing. Watch this chick, right? Watch how she finesse these people.
To Action Refund Inc. Balance left in account 8,000 rand. That man lost 1.4 million. Trading. What these people are doing. Because they give you numbers, they say give me 10,000, then I'll get 100. That's how they get caught. I can be a scammer.
Watch this shit.
Big dental bills can often come as a shock, but there's an affordable solution.
She's gonna get caught right on camera. They're gonna. I ain't talking about that. They put the camera right in front of. They got her on I think her laptop camera. Call her lacking. Here you go, right here. And they gloating in it, how they like every time they hit a bigger lick, they be like, yeah, we gotta get some more. Check Shorty out. Man, this internet is tall. And it's not the internet, it's StreamYard. StreamYard is shitty.
Sounds like she's 13, guys. I wish they stole money from Shannon so I could have scammed her. Receive your crypto forensic evidence report. We don't want it to go cold, as in, remember it shows us the origin of the scam, of the amount.
Now, this particular scam, what happens with this is people that got scammed already, they're looking online for a number of somebody to talk to so they could get their money back. And then they run into these people. So they're specifically looking for people that already got scammed already. You know what I mean?
Were lost, right?
Take whatever else you got.
I don't want that to move. If that money moves again, we may have to do another report, and that's the last.
They scam you the first time, and then they put up websites that help you find who scammed you. You know what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? They scam you the first time, and then when you go look for help, they scam you the second time. Dumb. You gotta be a dummy to go.
Last thing that I want, because I can't, because my boss has now said that if we don't actually get the process started, they're just gonna scrap the whole thing.
Okay. Stop the whole thing.
They're not gonna, and I don't want to stop the whole thing. You've already paid
and
1,000.
I told you in the beginning, when I didn't even have the 1,000, I paid it anyway. And you encouraged me to go ahead and do that. I do not have the money to pay you anything right now.
The truth is, crypto forensics isn't something that should be paid for, and it can be done as quickly as 10 seconds. Such as here, you paste in the Bitcoin address, and you can see all the incoming and outgoing transactions, the date, and the amount. You can also trace back the wallets which they went into. However, sometimes the scam wouldn't go to
millions
plan, and the agents would start to become very abusive to the victims, as they wouldn't want to send them the money which they were requesting for the recovery of the funds. Take a look at Charisse abusing her victims.
No.
Digitally? No. Okay. Why you cut
they speak other languages and all that. These motherfuckers is
call on me before I could tell you that you're an idiot? I'm not calling you for medical, John. I'm calling you about a scam. You left your details on our company website, and anyone who is affiliated with you, John. He said, I've got medicals, thank you. Of time in
Sounds
order
good.
for us to
Thank you.
complete that. Once we have the forensic evidence report, you. Like, honestly, why must you cut the call on me so rudely? I'm not sure why you kept me on the phone, though. Why?
Fuck this bitch, red-handed.
And I told you that there was a fee like 5 times in this call, Rahul. How many times did I? The fee is 200. Yeah, you're puss. Do you know
Yo, some people would like a bitch like this on their team.
how many times I said this?
Scamming ass whore. She'll fucking cheat on you, though. Don't expect this bitch to come home.
Fees in this call. I said 200 like twice, and I said there's a fee. Open up your email so you can see the fee. The first time. He used me as an information board. Also, I cut him off because a client just sent me an email saying, Sharice, call me right now. So I'm like, hey, let me call
They
that.
got their kids in the scam center. Oh,
right now.
shit.
So I'm like, hey,
Yo, put the fucking tape over your camera, shorty. Damn.
let me call that person.
Yo, when I went to robbery school and scam school, the first thing they told me was put the fucking tape over your camera, Mac.
Because we haven't spoken in
Forget
a
that,
couple
boy.
of days. Yes. Stop it, Jim. You
Double tap the screen. Let's get the lights up. We'll go to the top right and press the 3 dots. We have who's going to win this election. 82% of the people here out of 717 votes say that Trump is going to win. We said that before
You're
and got
gonna make
robbed.
me blush.
We said it before and got robbed. That's not. Ooh.
And my boss is sitting right
we-
across the room
we
from me.
don't
Let's
want
not
that, do we?
that.
All right, now let's get back into this, right? Putin warning the United States that we're heading to World War III, right? Based off of our support for certain countries they ain't fucking with. Let's just put it that way. Salute to Redacted.
Having to cut fire services to cover cost of illegal immigrants, housing, food, etc., all for them. So taking money away from.
Yeah, let's get into this, to what Putin's talking about. I call him Puto for short. Double tap the screen. Let's get the lights up. Share this video with me, for me. Thank you very much. What's going on here?
If the United States is open to building good relations with Russia, we will reciprocate. But the choice is up to.
Basically, they saying what Putin is saying is that if we put Trump back where he need to be, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna chill. And right now, we think that they need to chill. I mean, obviously, the objective is, or the should be, to reduce our debt with China.
Also said that an independent Palestinian state must be established and must peacefully coexist with Israel. Now, Putin was also asked about the relationships with a future Trump administration and developing good relationships.
Now, look what he say about Trump. They ain't got nothing good to say about Biden, but watch what he say about Trump.
Said Russia is open to this, but the U.S. has to make the first move, both by
How just happened? Oh, there we go. My bad, y'all. Salute to everybody here. If you're on that Trump train, let's get some carrots in the chat. Let's see some carrots in this motherfucking chat. And subscribe to the channel, man.
voting him in, and then Trump actually making the contact.
As to how Russia-U.S. elections, Russia-U.S. ties are going to develop going forward after the elections, this is an open question. We are open to, if the United States is open to building good relations with Russia, we will reciprocate. But the choice is up to the new American administration.
All right. Well, Trump's name came up again, responding to Democrats' fake news about Russia and Trump somehow collude.
Exactly. He respects Trump and knows Trump said he'd end the war in 20. And this is a fact. I mean, what it also means is that we might open up America back, you know what I'm saying, to getting this bread, getting some of this debt taken off of us. He got some great ideas as far as building money. You got to remember, Trump comes to the table as a businessman. He comes to the table as a successful businessman, even though he say, you know, he was bankrupt a few times. Man, there's a lot of billionaires that was bankrupt. Don't make them not a billionaire, okay? Some of you motherfuckers never been bankrupt and they never have $1 million yet.
Including, even though that was disproven in previous elections, they have tried to warm that tea back up. Here's how President Putin called this nonsense.
Harris in the chat if you're on that Trump train.
As for your allegations about Donald Trump, this is something that we've heard for years, that we've been blamed, and Trump himself has been blamed about some kind of connections, having some kind of connections with Russia. Then they've had investigations, including investigations in the United States, including in the Congress, and everyone now agrees that this is complete nonsense. There has never been any kind of ties or connections between myself and Mr. Trump.
Yeah. Yeah, no connections whatsoever. See if you're going to see that. But by the way, that coverage of BRICS on any of the mainstream media,
right.
You're not going to see it. I mean, but I think it was pretty telling.
Exactly, and they didn't want to even do it in English. You had to get a translator. They didn't want to show that shit with BRICS because that would let the American people know that, yo, listen, man, there's other forces that's stronger than us that's working against us right now. We need to pay attention to what's going on the world front.
Hear President Putin say the Middle East is on the brink of disaster. I mean, because they will
support
support
two jobs.
Iran.
We got the number one job is to make our life better while we're here. And then we got another job to, you know what I'm saying, to make sure that our world standing is all right. Because if we, I mean, like for real, what's the use in, you know what I mean, fighting inflation here if the inflation around the world is tearing everybody up?
They're not going to allow Iran to be wiped off the face of the earth.
Clearly not.
Right. And China, I mean, also involved in this in a big, big way. And you have all of these Arab countries right now pouring money into you know, Egyptian banks and other places like that. So this is imminent right now.
Well, you know, a lot of politicians
all the Arab countries getting down with BRICS.
Or analysts say that the Middle East considers themselves Western Asia. It's not a separate region. So this would be a war with a coalition of Asian countries with only Israel by themselves and the United States somehow reaching from across the pond to support.
You hear what she's saying? That shit is deep. Listen.
With a coalition or
pay attention.
Or analysts say that the Middle East considers themselves Western Asia. It's not a separate region. So this would be a war with a coalition of Asian countries with only Israel by themselves and the United States somehow reaching from across the pond to support. That's not possible. It's not possible to win a war like that. So don't let them sell you this war. One, because it's immoral. And two, because it would lead to millions of nonsensical deaths.
Exactly. Well, even Democrats are calling Kamala Harris's town hall last night a word salad disaster. Those aren't my words. Those are Democrats' words. It was really painful to watch if you watched it. Obama's chief strategist, David Axelrod, said that Harris's meandering, lengthy answers to questions didn't address anything. Even on the key topics like immigration and Israel, like this disastrous response to Trump's border wall question. Anderson Cooper's like, you mocked Trump for wanting a border wall, but now you're planning to build a wall yourself. You called it stupid. Is it still stupid? How do you explain your flip-flopping on this position? Watch.
It takes 5 seconds to skip the video and also 5 seconds to save a life. Let me tell you how. The recent conflict has left countless families in Gaza struggling with extreme.
Is a border wall stupid?
Well, let's talk about Donald Trump and that border wall. So remember, Donald Trump said Mexico would pay for it? Come on, they didn't. How much of that wall did he build? I think the last number I saw is about 2%. And then when it came time for him to do a photo op, you know where he did it? in the part of the wall that President Obama built.
But you're agreeing
So
to a
come
bill
on.
that would earmark $650 million to continue building that wall.
I pledge that I am going to bring forward that bipartisan bill to further strengthen and secure our border. Yes, I am. And I'm going to work across the aisle to pass a comprehensive bill that deals with a broken immigration system. I think Jackson's question, part of it was to acknowledge that America has always had migration, but there needs to be a legal process for it. People have to earn it. And that's the point that I think is the most important point that can be made, which is we need a president who is grounded in common sense and practical outcomes. Like, let's just fix this thing. Let's just fix it. Why is there any ideological perspective on it? Let's just fix the problem.
To fix the problem, you're doing this compromise bill. It does call for $650 million that was earmarked under Trump to actually still go to build the wall.
I am not afraid of good ideas where they occur.
So you don't think it's stupid anymore?
I think what he did and how he did it did not make much sense because he actually didn't do much of anything. I just talked about that wall, right? We just talked about it. He didn't actually do much of anything.
But you do want to build some wall.
I want to strengthen our border.
All right, now she does. Yeah. The border czar, the most disastrous border policy in American history. She wants to now fix the. I mean, you hear this? This is
Let's just
absolute
fix it.
Madness.
Why haven't you? Well, let's do it now.
Let's do it now. Let's do it right
that.
now. I haven't done it yet. I haven't gotten to it yet because I've been so busy with other things.
Yeah.
As Linda says, she lies so easily. Right. It's very easy for her. So to Anderson Cooper's credit, actually, last night, he repeatedly pressed Harris to answer questions. She kept dodging the answers. He didn't let her get away with any of it. Here, it was one of my favorite exchanges when Cooper asked her if she's ever made any mistakes during her life or her last 4 years as vice president. Here's how she responded.
Is there something you can point to in your life, political life, or in your life in the last 4 years that you think is a mistake that you have learned from?
I mean, I've made many mistakes, and they range from, if you've ever parented a child, you make lots of mistakes too. In my role as vice president, I mean, I've probably worked very hard at making sure that I am well versed on issues, and I think that is very important. It's a mistake not to be well versed on an issue and feel compelled to answer a question.
Okay.
Like, what are your weaknesses? You're applying for this job. What are your weaknesses? You know what? I just care too much. Mm-hmm. I spend too much time researching the topics.
Rely too much on amazing people.
And if I didn't care too much, that would be a weakness.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, let's go around the horn here. Like, what if you were being interviewed for a job? Like, what would you say? Like, I would say, well, you know what? I get
I care too much.
Angry, so I get hangry, and I become a passive aggressive asshole.
Now, you're never gonna say that. You're gonna say that I am too passionate. I lose sleep over work and shit like that. You gotta see your bad qualities has to be something that's gonna benefit the company. There's no such thing as having a bad quality for the position.
I can't stay. I can't stand it. Sometimes I'm disorganized.
Yeah.
A little disorganized.
I like the way you broke this down.
Sometimes.
If you try and go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, Clayton will yell at you for waking him up.
Yeah, I get pissed. He's like, don't wake me up in the middle of the night. That's a weakness of mine. Yeah. Like, there's a laundry list of things that I'm not good at.
Sure.
Yeah.
When I was applying for my first job at Wet Seal in the New Park Mall, I wrote down, there was a question just like that, said, what are some of your personal weaknesses? And I wrote down that I sometimes get moody because I was 15 and 15-year-old girls are moody. And my mom was like, you can't write that. I was like, why? It's true. Why can't I do that?
And it's good to know nothing's changed. All right. Let's move on.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Do you want to talk about even CNN anchors thought that she did not drive home the point and convince any undecided viewers?
This was funny. Watch.
Well, I'll just tell you what I'm hearing from people who I have been talking to. And that is that if her goal was to close the deal, they're not sure she did that. And, some people have asked, is she being held to a different standard? Maybe.
Of course.
But that's maybe the world that she's living in. And on the question of who she is, people are understanding that a little bit more. But what she will do, the question about her legislative priorities, name one. There wasn't one. Some more of her personality and her sort of character questions about your weaknesses or what mistakes did you make?
Kamala hates when the woman call her out too.
Not necessarily the answers there.
All right.
Yeah, well, you really closed the deal. And like I said, David Axelrod called it a word salad. I mean, this is an Obama strategist who said this was a word salad city, he said.
Yeah.
So Democrats across the board thought this was pretty much a disaster last night.
All right. Well, a new book by Bob Woodward shows that President Biden's mental decline was well known for at least a year before he dropped out of the race. We've been saying that for longer than that because...
Of course, we're honest.
We watch what he does and says. But according to Woodward, now President Biden reportedly struggles to complete sentences, couldn't stay focused during public appearances. Witnesses say it's like talking to a, quote, senile grandfather. At various fundraisers in 2023, Biden couldn't answer simple sentences, couldn't recall basic facts or even words. Woodward explains how he used pre-written note cards, but still wanders off topic, often repeats old stories that he just told.
He's seen his decline. Look at him fall. Look at him fall. Took a dive. Damn, Biden. My boy look bad up here, man. I feel so bad for Biden, man. Old wrinkle motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And now, and he's calling people garbage. But look how they receive this shit. Said Joe Biden's goof could guarantee Donald Trump a victory. Salute to everybody that's here. Double tap the screen if you didn't, or go to the top right, hit the 3 dots. This is my sweet spot.
Called Trump supporters garbage in a blunder that sums up exactly the problem with America's left. As I said last night, the president has wanted to get up and campaign for Kamala Harris as vice president. Harris is thinking.
Check it out.
We know who Donald Trump is. He is the person who stood at this very spot nearly 4 years ago and sent an armed mob to the United States Capitol to overturn the will of the people in a free and fair election. Donald Trump intends to use the United States military against American citizens who simply disagree with him. We are not a vessel for the schemes of wannabe dictators.
Oh, Kenny, plus all these COVID variants comes from the different boosters. It's common sense. And maybe all that fucking nanotechnology in there that they got patented too.
No, I think
Bill Gates is the first motherfucker that's Bill Gates is a piece of shit. Let me just put it that way. Let me not say any more about
all that's dangerous and divisive nonsense, but you can see it was pretty strong. And what's helped Harris make this case is that foul joke that a comedian told at a Donald Trump rally at Madison Square Garden a couple of days ago. A joke mocking Puerto Ricans, just when Trump needs to win Latino votes. Now, as I've shown you, the joke, in fact, bombed with the Trump crowd, but Harris has been milking it as proof that Trump is a racist, a man of hate.
There's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah. I think it's called Puerto Rico.
I watched this guy on some of his roasting sessions when he be, dealing with hecklers and shit like that. And I always thought that he was funny. I didn't know that he was, like he would do this during, you know what I'm saying? Like to me, I don't give a fuck what he says, right? But to do this during that time, he's canceled. Trump ain't fucking with him no more. Because trust me, this was not co-signed by Trump. You know what I mean? Be as funny as you want, but don't be racist. Don't be outright. Like, don't just throw that out there. To me, I feel like he's a comedian, and funny to comedians might not be funny to everybody else. You feel me? It is what it is. But yeah, bad timing. Just bad timing. That's the only thing I'm going to say with him.
Okay. All right. Okay. We're getting there.
I mean, and you got to think about it. How Puerto Rico's going to feel when they hear that shit. You could say that you was just trying to be funny during the just bad timing, like Kenny said. You could think that and try to pull that off, but trust me, Trump ain't no shit about that, because he would have told him, "Nigga, is you crazy? Are you crazy?"
Crowd didn't like it, but
not right now.
Was hurting the Trump campaign, and you can tell because Trump today at his,
they blaming him as if he said it.
Got a Puerto Rican supporter on stage to tell him he was actually great.
The people of Puerto Rico trust you and we have high hopes. As many Americans, we need this man back in the White House.
That bitch AOC tried to come out fighting. I mean, shit, AOC will eat a dick for the camera to be in her face for a couple of minutes.
Trump then called up another Latino, Republican Senator Marco Rubio, who then broke the news. Joe Biden had just gone nuts.
I have breaking news for you, Mr. President. You may not have heard this. Just moments ago, Joe Biden stated that our supporters are garbage.
Yeah, he basically said that.
Are garbage. He's talking about the Border Patrol. He's talking about nurses. He's talking about teachers. He's talking about everyday Americans who love their country and want to dream big again and support you, Mr. President. And I hope their campaign is about to apologize for what Joe Biden just said. We are not garbage.
Wow.
And it was true.
You see what Ann said about that shot, yo? Damn. And there's a lot of fucking horror stories like that. I'm glad I never got that shot, man. I hope that shit get better for you, shorty.
Joe Biden has been losing his grip so badly that he was sacked as the Democrats' candidate. Had now destroyed Kamala Harris's campaign as well.
Puerto Rico, where I'm in my home state of Delaware, they're good, decent, honorable people. The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters.
Wow.
Now, in every way, this was devastating for the Democrats. They've seen this
more bad timing, stupid. Because there ain't nothing really wrong with what the fuck he said. He just, you know what I mean? It's just like bad timing, stupidity. But I mean, how do you control somebody that can't be controlled by advisors? You can't. Those are the closest thing they got next to friends.
Horror movie before. When Hillary Clinton lost to Trump 8 years ago after also trashing Trump voters, showing all the arrogance of the left.
You could put half of Trump supporters into what I call the basket of deplorables.
Wow.
Right? The racist, sexist, homophobic, xenophobic, Islamophobic, you name it.
So you guess what's going to hurt most? I mean, is it a comedian at Trump's?
I'm Islamic phobic and I'm a Muslim. That's crazy.
Calling Puerto Rico garbage.
That's crazy.
Or President Biden himself calling half the American voters garbage for liking Trump. But what's even worse for Harris is that Biden said out loud what Harris's whole campaign has just been implying over the past week or two, attacking Trump as the new Hitler. That's already suggesting his voters are Nazis, and it sums up the contempt and the arrogance of so many of the modern left. You even had Harris's campaign, her own running mate, Tim Walz, likening Trump's Madison Square Garden rally to a rally at the same venue in 1939 by Nazi supporters, fascists and ethnic Germans.
There's a direct parallel to a big rally that happened in the mid-1930s at Madison Square Garden. And don't think that he doesn't know for 1 second.
All right, I'm at the 2-hour mark. I got to get ready to get up out of here, people. You know what I'm saying? Salute to everybody that showed up today. You know what I mean? If you're not subscribed, subscribe. You know what I mean? Look alive. We'll be back out here maybe I'll be out here Friday I have a show with DS1, right? We're gonna be talking about some political shit. You know what I mean? Like I'll announce it Thursday night. You know what exactly we're gonna be talking about. 6:30 on this channel. We'll be talking. We'll continue this conversation. You know what I'm saying? Salute, man. All right. yeah, we'll be out here again on Friday night. All right. Salute to everybody. All right, we out.